so that this inward journey can begin. Inward journey in terms of observation, observing Sakshi Bhav. From the Upanishads Shravana, listening to the Upanishad, we understand that our basic nature is consciousness, Satchidanandam. And the body is like a wave that appears in the ocean of Satchidananda. So extreme attachment to the body is a hindrance, propitiating and catering to the appetites of the body. So the seeker has to discipline the body, not entertain the body. Discipline means dietary discipline, basically exercise, yuktahara viharasya, yukta cheshtasya karmasu, yukta sapnavabodhasya, yogo bhavaditukaha. Right amount of sleep, exercise, diet. Excessive indulgence is smoking, drinking, and also lack of exercise. Then of course emotional discipline, a certain control over our reaction, intellectual discipline. Intellectual discipline is clarity about the ultimate goal. And surrender of the ego. The ego has to surrender itself to Ishvara, Ishvararpana buddhi. And memories are to be processed. All the old undigested memories, your childhood memories, your unconscious, are to be reprocessed, digested. So these are the requirements. As we have seen, there is a deep unconscious in us, which is the undigested, unprocessed experiences. That's when we discipline the body, body become a fit instrument. That's why Bhagavan says, Atmaiva Hyatmano Bandhu, Atmaiva Riburatmana. We are our worst enemy. At the same time, we are our best friend. So yesterday we have seen what kind of relationship we should have with our body. Extreme attachment to the body is a hindrance. A detached attitude towards the body. Looking at the body as a vehicle, as a tool. Like even you look at a car or a computer or a broomstick. So we bring the light of awareness to understand the body. The body has got a head, a neck, chest, hands, abdomen, thighs, hips, knee, calf muscles, heel and toes, and inside skin, upper skin, underskin, flesh, fat, blood, bones and marrows. So bringing the light of awareness to shine upon the body like a massage, a thought massage. So you have to put body in its place. Otherwise, spiritual progress will be halted, impeded. So observing the body itself is a meditation. Your own body, observing. Deha ichanam, prana ichanam, mana ichanam. Ichana means observation. You can also practice, sitting in the right posture is a great discipline. No jerk movements, no twiddling the thumb. Just sitting still, like a distant hill. And half an hour of such sitting will go a long way in mastering the body. Similarly, prana, deep breathing, holding the breath. Similarly, bringing opposite thoughts. When negative thoughts arise, shoot it down with the positive thoughts. Similarly, letting your unconscious speak. Sakashayam vijaniyat. When you are in meditation, your unconscious worries and anxieties will manifest. Let the unconscious speak or manifest. Sakashayam vijaniya. So these are some of the disciplines which you have to follow for the spiritual takeoff. And then for the ego, focusing on Ishvara. Ishvara can be Ganapati, Shiva, Vishnu, Devi. So you are plugging your ego into Ishvara energy or consciousness. These are the kind of preparations we have to make for the final leap into the oceanic consciousness, the oceanic, blissful, playful consciousness. And all this while you are engaged in your worldly activities. You are not ignoring the world, but you are only deepening your worldly experiences. So yada pravartirbhudanam yena sarvamidam tadam sugarmana tamapyarcha siddhim vindati manava. Ishvara sarvabhudanam hrideshe arjuna tishtati brahmayan sarvabhudani yantrarudani maya tameva sharanam gaccha. Take refuge at the lotus feet of the Lord. So ego has to be parked at the feet of the Lord. And this parking the ego at the feet of the Lord is expressed through the mantra Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Or Sri Krishna Paramatmane Namah. Or Parameshwarye Namah. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Now open your eyes. Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranadosmyaham Jantunam Narajanmadurlabhamata Pumstum Tato Viprata Tasmat Vaidika Dharma Marga Varada Vidyuttvamasmat Param Atmanatma Vivejanam Sanubhavo Brahmatmana Samsthiti Uttirno Shadajo Kodi Janma Sudhrute Punnir Vina Labhyade Dullabham Trayameva Etad Devanugrahahedugam Manusyatvam Mumukshutvam Mahapurusha Samshrayah Ko Nama Bandha Kadamesha Kadaha Katham Pratisthasya Katham Vimokshaha Ko Savanatma Paramakatma Tayor Viveka Kathametaduchyata. Now we come to the 73rd sloka. Vishama Vishayamarge Gacchado Nacha Buddhe. Do you see that? Yeah. Vishama Vishayamarge Gacchado Nacha Buddhe Pradipadamabhighado Vrittiratpesha Visiddha Hita Sujana Guruptya Gacchada Susya Yuktya Prabhavati Bala Siddhi Satyamityeva Viddhi. So you have two options, either follow the Vishayas or follow your Guru, he says. Vishaya will take you to all kind of problems. Guru will take you to your ultimate destination. The Vishaya is very powerful. It can seduce you, entice you, and then we fall for the seduction of the Vishaya. What is a Vishaya? Vishaya is an object or a person or a place which make you feel that your happiness is there. That's called a Vishaya. So you have to understand your happiness is not there, but it is your Sarupa, your nature. So Hita Sujana Gurupya Gacchada Susya Yuktaya Prabhavati Bhala Siddhi Satyamityeva Viddhi. Continuing. Mokshasya Kamsha Yadi Vaistavasti Tejadi Durat Vishayan Visham Yatha Piyushavatosha Dayakshamarjava Prashantidandi Bhajanityamadharad. So when you are detached from the attraction from the objects, then you have plenty of space inside. Your mind is ready to listen, to look and see and listen. So these qualities can be cultivated. Piyushavad, like nectar. Tosham, cheerfulness. Be cheerful. Flash a smile, he said. Be cheerful. Daya, compassion, Kshama, patience, Arjam, straightforwardness, Prashanti, deep state of quietude, Dandi, discipline on the sense organ level, these qualities we will be able to cultivate, he says. So the inner quality, your inner world is organized, he says, as a result of that. So cultivate those qualities. Then, anuchanam yat parihritya krityam anadya vidya kridabandha mokshanam deha pararthoya mamushya poshane yasajjade sa sumanena handi anuchanam yat parihritya krityam anadya vidya kridabandha mokshanam deha pararthoya mamushya poshane yasajjade sa sumanena handi. So padachedam there, anuchanam yad parihritya krityam anadi avidya krita bandha mokshanam deha parartha ayam deha parartha amushya poshane yaha sajjade saha svam anena handi. So again the Rishi or the Acharya is repeating, the task is anadya vidya krita bandha mokshanam. Mokshanam means freedom. Freedom from avidya, ignorance, self-ignorance. So that's what we are seeking. What is the effect of self-ignorance? That I feel miserable. Your nature is Satchidanandam, but we don't realize it and we feel miserable. And we are seeking happiness, security, identity, depending upon the world. So you say the task or the job here is anadi avidya krita bandha mokshanam, freedom from avidya, ignorance, self-ignorance, which is anadi. Nobody knows when does avidya start. You can go back and back ad infinitum. Nobody knows when it starts. So avidya has no beginning, ignorance has no beginning, but it can be put an end. Ignorance can have an end, it has no beginning. Like darkness. Some of the caves in the Himalayas, it had darkness since time immemorial, but if you bring a flashlight, darkness will go. So just as darkness has no beginning but can come to an end, similarly ignorance has no beginning, it can be put to an end. So anadya vidya krita bandha mokshanam. So how do you remove ignorance? By bringing knowledge. And this ignorance is about the self, atma jnana. So you need atma jnana to remove that ignorance. That's what we are trying to gain now. Sanadya vidya krita bandha mokshanam anuchanam yat parihritya krityam. And krityam to be done is one has to bring the antidote to ignorance, which is knowledge, you see. That's what we are trying to gain. Anuchanam yat parihritya anadya vidya krita bandha mokshanam. And in this effort, you get distracted by the appetites of the body and the pull of your unconscious. Like Hanuman was flying to Lanka, he was pulled by his own shadow. This is called the shadow personality in psychology. There's a shadow personality that will keep pulling you down. So you should be very careful about that. So this, your preoccupation with the body and its appetites, deha pararthoyam. This deha is only an instrument to realize a higher purpose. But we are stuck in the deha, he says. We are stuck in the deha. So deha parartham, not swartham. Body is not for its own sake. Like a car is not for its own sake. A computer is not for its own sake. They are to serve somebody's purpose, your purpose. Similarly, they has to fulfill your purpose. And what is your purpose? Freedom from ignorance, he says. So they has to be used for that purpose. So Deha includes Sthula, Sushma, Karana, Sharira. But here we are dealing with the Sthula Sharira now. Deha Pararthoya Mamush. For example, when you do yoga, get up in the morning, take a bath on empty stomach, you do yoga. Do you do that? You don't. None of you do that. You want to sleep 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. That means you are a slave of the body. So you have to get up at 5 o'clock, then take a bath, and then do yogasana or some kind of a meditation, which we don't do. So he says, Deha Pararthoyam, the body is for a higher purpose, to be used and to be burnt for a higher purpose. Deha Pararthoyam. And then you start enjoying it. If you do yogasana every day, 5 o'clock or 5:30, you feel so good the whole day, isn't it? The whole day you are on a high energy, high spirit. If you don't do it, then you are sleepy, no energy, angry. So discipline the body. Deha Parartha, I am Deha Parartha. Amushya Poshane, and you are trying to cater to the needs of the body. The body has endless needs. Amushya Poshane, Yaha Sajjade, Sasam Anena Handi. By this extreme attachment to the body, you are killing yourself, you say. You are destroying your well-being, you say. Then you are totally unhealthy, disinterested, lazy, as a result of slavery to the body. So be a master of the body. Continuing, Sharira Poshanarthi Sanna Ya Atmanam Didrikshade Graham Darudhiya Dhritva Nadim Kartum Sa Ichchadi Sharira Poshanarthi Sanna Ya Atmanam Didrikshade Graham Darudhiya Dhritva Nadim Kartum Sa Ichchadi. So you can do yogasana, you can do Surya Namaskar, you can do puja, you can do homa. These are all disciplining the body. Or you can read Bhagavad Gita in the morning. Or you can simply sit, doing nothing. That also is a discipline. So some kind of a discipline we have to follow. Now here, Sharira Poshanarthi, and you are a slave of body. And body's needs and demand. Early in the morning you need two cups of coffee. Otherwise you cannot even go to the toilet, isn't it? That's Sharira Poshanam, you say. Or you ought to sleep a little more. Sharira Poshanam. So he says, Sharira Poshanarthi Sanna, by worshipping the body, Atmananda, at the same time you want the self-realization. But you are not able to get off your attraction for the body. It is something like Graham Darudhiya Dhritva. So Graha means a crocodile. You thought the crocodile is a piece of wood. And you thought, okay, let me use this wood to cross the river. So you step onto the wood and then, thinking that it is a piece of wood, and the middle of the river, the crocodile will show its true nature. It will open its mouth and swallow you up, you say. So, Graham Darudhiya Dhritva. Graha means a crocodile, thinking it is a piece of wood. Nadim Tartum Sa Ichchadi. It is something like similar to desiring or trying to cross the river with the help of a crocodile, you say. So this body is not your friend unless you discipline it. Like a dog or a horse, you have to discipline it. Otherwise it can bite you. Horse can drive you wherever the horse wants, isn't it? So you need that. Or a car, if it is not under control, it will take you to the ditch. It has to be controlled. A motorbike, it has to be controlled. So, graham darudhiya dritva nadim kartum saichadi. Continuing, let's read it once again. These are all things which you already know. Sharira poshanarthi, you know, but you don't practice. That is the only difference. That is why Shankara says it again and again. Sharira poshanarthi sanna ya atmanam didrikshade. Atmanam didrikshade means one who wants to realize the Atma. Didrikshade, desirous of realize the Atma. Realize the full potential of the Atma. What is the potential of the Atman? Satchidanandam. So that potential can be realized, provided you work for that. But Sharira comes in between. So Sharira Poshanarthi Sanna Yaha Atmanam Dudrishade Graham Darudhiya Dritva Nadim Tattum Saichadi. Let us read that. Sharira Poshanarthi Sanna Ya Atmanam Dudrishade Graham Darudhiya Dritva Nadim Kartum Saichadi. So Dudrikshade means Sakshat Kartum Ichade. Atmanam Sakshat Kartum Ichade. But this body comes in between, he said. Body could be an instrument, but now it is but an impediment for him. Continuing. Moha eva samaha mrityuhu mumutshorvaburadishu moho vinirjido yena samukti padamarhadi. Moha eva mahamrityu mumutshorvaburadishu moho vinirjido yena samukti padamarhadi. So what is death? We all are afraid of death, isn't it? Death is nothing but moham vaburadishu. Your identification, extreme identification with the body is a sure way to death, is. Because body dies, you also die. You have no other idea about yourself. So this extreme identification with the body is veritable death. So moha means aham bhavam, mama bhavam cha. I am the body and mine the body. Without the body I am nobody. Isn't it? I am nobody. Without the body I am nobody. That kind of a thought is mahamrityu, is the supreme death. The other death is nothing. Disintegration of the body is nothing. But your extreme identification, forgetting yourself and losing yourself into the marshes of the body, you say, that is veritable death. So you are a living zombie. This is a living death. You are moving around like a zombie, you say, or a somnambulist. In dream, you walk and then eat ice cream and come back and sleep. So your wife has hidden some ice cream in the fridge. She doesn't give you because you are highly diabetic. Your fasting sugar is 500. The wife says, no more ice cream. This ice cream is for the grandkids. So your mouth is watering, but you don't get the ice cream. And she keeps it somewhere in the fridge. And at night, you wake up. Unknowingly you wake up. This is called somnambulism, sleepwalking. You are not consciously doing that. You wake up and you walk, it's all dark. You walk there and then open the fridge and polish off the ice cream. And then you come and sleep. And then the very morning the wife gets up, the grandchild wants some ice cream. Where is the ice cream? Where is the ice cream? Who took the ice cream? Who moved my cheese, isn't it? That question. Who moved my cheese? You yourself polished it off. sleepwalk. You don't. Even professors sometimes, they have a high, big load of examination, answer papers to be cleared, and the deadline is tomorrow. Today they kept awake till 12 o'clock, then they felt sleepy. Still there are 100 answer papers to be cleared, they go to sleep. Early morning when they wake up, all the papers are cleared. Who cleared it? You did it. In sleep, these things happen. So similarly, we are walking like a zombie, you say, identifying with the body. You are not fully alive to your true self. We are like machines now, automatic, just moving about, like a skin of a snake which is fluttering in the wind. The snake has already slugged off, but it looks like a snake. Similarly, we are moving around this, unconscious. So, moha eva mahavrityu, mumukshoho vaburadishu. Vabu adi means kalatra, putra and all that. That Shankara will say later. So, your identification with kalatra, your spouse, putra, your children, grandchildren, properties, these are all moha. Losing yourself and embracing these inert objects. Moha eva mahamrityu, mumukshoho vaburadishu, moho vinirjido yena. One who snapped that slavery, a slavish relationship with the body, moha vinirjidaha yena. So mukti padamarhati. He alone become fit for moksha. Mukti padam arhati. So does that mean I should ignore the body, neglect the body? No. You have to give due attention to the body. But what is due attention, as I told you? Dietary discipline, exercise, getting up on time, disciplining the body. These are very, very important. Like if you have a motorbike, you have to clean it every day. Isn't it? Similarly, we have to do whatever is necessary for the body so that you can use it for the right purpose. Continuing. Let's read it once again. Moha eva maha mrityuhu mumuchor vaburadishu moho vinirjido yena samukti padamarhadi. Moham jahi maha mrityum dehadara sudadishu yam jitva munayo yandi tadvishnu paramam padam. Moham jahi maha mrityum dehadara sudadishu yam jitva munayo yandi tadvishnu paramam padam. If your goal is Vishnoho paramam padam, the lotus feet of Vishnu, I want to sit at the lotus feet of Vishnu. Who is Vishnu? Vishnu is one who lies on the serpent bed, whose feet are pressed by Lakshmi. And the Saptarishis are singing Vishnu's glory. And Shiva and Brahma is watching. And Garuda is an attendant. And the whole thing is floating in the ocean of milk. If you want a place there, very interesting place, isn't it? And the whole thing is floating. It's a very comfortable bed there. The snake, 7 coils, Ananda remains and protecting like an umbrella on Vishnu's head. So this is the classical picture of Vishnu. And the whole thing is floating in the ocean. Think of that. Think of that. Turn your mind toward that. And you need a place there. And the Dwarapalakas also are there. Jaya Vijaya, they're protecting Vishnu fiercely, zealously. Very difficult to get a place there, he said. This is our ambition, to be there. Or our ambition is to live with Krishna, Shiva in Mount Kailas. Very cold, extremely cold. But I need a place there. Or in Goloka with Krishna. or Vrindavan with Krishna. I want to dance with the gopis around Krishna. That's your idea. Some story you have to make. So these are the ideals. So Vishnoho Paramam Padam. And if you further probe into Vishnu, means Vishwangamanavan Vishnu. Vishnu is that everywhere, not only in that particular place. Vishnu is Vishwangamanavan Vishnu. Vishnu is everywhere, all-pervasive Vishnu. So what is that all-pervasive Vishnu? Has to be consciousness, isn't it? Which is beyond time, space, which is your nature. So when you say Vishnoho Paramam Padam, to abide in yourself as you are, that's the meaning of Vishnoho Paramam Padam. Though it is beautifully described, Ananda and Lakshmi and all that. Finally, Vishnu means Vishwam, Vishnur Vashakara. Vishwam, Vishnu is Vishnu. Vishnu, Vivita Pratyegaman, Gamyam Vishnu. So that Vishnu, all pervasive, my consciousness. So when I abide in myself as Satchidanandam, then you have reached Vishnoho Paramam Padam. So Vishnoho Yandi, Munayaha Yandi, Vishnoho Paramam Padam. They reach the lotus feet of Vishnu, you say. How do you do that? Moham Jehi Mahamrityum. Then you have to let these things go, so that you can collapse into consciousnesses. What are the things? Your attachment to Moham, Dehadara Sudadisha. Your body and your spouse, which is very dangerous. Leave your spouse inside and reach your destination. Not only your spouse, Dara, Sudha, your children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. Leave them to Ishvara, you say. You don't have to worry about them. God will worry about them. They are God's children, not your children. You think they are your children. They came through you, not from you, you say. They'll be okay. You leave them, they'll be okay. So this extreme possessive attachment and this arrogance, without me they will not flourish. Of course you can do whatever you can, but not beyond a point. So Moham Jehi Mahamrityu. So this attachment and expectation and frustration, this is veritable death. Moham Jehi Mahamrityu, Dehadara Sudadishu. Adi means servants and all that. Dogs and cats. My God, you can develop such an attachment to your cat, I tell you. If the cat dies, you will cry for days. This guy is a PhD with a lot of patents and all that, and he phoned me one day and he started crying on the phone. Uncontrollable crying. I said, what happened to professor? He's a professor of theoretical physics in a big Ivy League university. I asked him, what happened to you, professor? What, something happened to your wife or your children or you? What happened? No, my cat died, he said. My cat died and he is crying like a crocodile, he said. He's not pretending. Extreme attachment. No, I used to, the mew of the cat. Now I cannot hear it. I used to spread my leg and my easy chair, and the cat used to come and sit in between my legs, and I feel so comfortable. These kind of emotional recollections, uncontrolled. So these are kind of attachment. So Moham Jehi Mahamrityu, Dehadara Sudadishu. Yam Jitva Manayo Sarve, Yandi Tad Vishnu Hopam. Take care of the cat. I am not saying you should not have a cat or a dog or a horse or elephant. Elephant. Some people develop so much attachment to elephant. This famous poet Subramanya Bharati, Tamil Nadu, great poet. He had a pet elephant. Every day he'll go and feed the elephant. One day the elephant got mad for no reason. Grabbed him and thrashed him on the ground. And Subramanya Bharati died at the age of 32 or 35. Similarly, there was another guy who was a fan of bear, grizzly bear. They are very dangerous animal, grizzly bear. So he went all the way to Alaska, put up a tent there, started feeding grizzly bear. And grizzly bear became his good friend. Every day it will come, he will feed. Then he fell in love with a lady. He brought the lady also. So one day the grizzly bear came, he saw the lady. Grizzly bear got really jealous and angry. Attacked the lady. And he came in between the bear and the lady. Bear attacked him also. So he died. He died a very miserable, painful death. Attachment. So these kind of attachment. And the attachment begins from attachment to the body, your body. Then the other body. So, moham jehi mahamrityam dehadara sudadishu yam jitva munayaha yanti. Then you become a muni. Muni means manana shilavan muni. Then you are a real person. Otherwise you are a machine. You are not a person. Yam jitva munayo yanti tad vishnoho paramam padam. Now you must be thinking now, this kind of a philosophy, vairagyam, will destroy families, isn't it? Families bonding is because of emotion. Parents emotionally involved in children. Children emotionally involved in parents. That is doubtful. Parents are involved. Children may not care. Or between spouse. So we create that bonding through emotion and expectation. And mutual expectation. I do something for you, you do something for me. The reciprocal expectation. Here, what Shankara prescribes is, can you create a bonding without expectation? I do whatever I should, in a sense of duty, but I don't expect anything reciprocally. So to you do something what is expected of you, but I don't expect anything reciprocally. So if you can help others without expecting. I give you 10 rupees and whenever you see me, you have to salute me because I gave you 10 rupees, expectation. If I don't get the salute, I feel very bad and say, thankless world, and then the world is ungrateful world, and you curse everyone. So remove the expectations and then help other people. So that kind of bonding will be lasting. A bonding based upon mutual reciprocal expectation will not last, you say. And what is the fundamental expectation? Again I am coming back to same thesis. The fundamental expectation is that person will make me happy. That expression should be, nobody can make you happy. Nobody can make you unhappy, including your children also. So don't expect happiness, but express your happiness. Another fundamental message, don't expect happiness, but express your happiness. Then you can create a very lasting, durable, sustainable bonding. Otherwise, the bonding will fray and fracture. So that's the philosophy here. Moham jehi mahamrityam. Let us read that. Moham jehi mahamrityam. Dehadara sudadishu. Yam jitva munayos gyanti. Tad vishno paramam padam. So our lasting relationship is not with these kind of people, with the Lord, Ishvara. With Ishvara you have a abiding relationship. With other people it is transient relationship. Your children will stop talking to you sometime. They may not even talk. They don't care for you. Your spouse will say, one day you say, after 50 years of marriage and producing 13 children, one day you say, I no more love you. I am in love with your friend. Don't you say sometime? I am no more. 40 years of marriage, 13 children, grandchildren. You are already 75. Then you say, I am in love with your friend. Suddenly, your emotional landscape changes. Then you go. In India we may not say that, but you stop loving and you some or other carry on. Because of various other reasons, financial reasons, social pressure, your own guilt conscious. But then you become sick. Better just leave. If you don't live and keep on sticking, you can become sick also. Because of suppressed irritations and displeasure and anger, you cannot show it. Then you become sick. I mean, both has its own plus and minus point. If you leave, there is a minus point. If you don't leave, there is a minus point, isn't it? So these emotions are vicarious, very difficult to control it. But try it. Try it to whatever extent possible. So, moham jahi mahamrityu, dehadara sudadish. So the best way to live is to live as a sannyasi, you say. That's the best way. Sannyasi. Otherwise there is always problem. Live a detached life. Otherwise there is problem. If that doesn't happen at the age of 20, at least it should happen at the age of 60. 60 be a sannyasi vanaprastha. Continuing. Tummam sarudira snayumedo majjasti sankulam purnam mutra purishabhyam stulam nindyamidam vabu. Tumma sarudira snayumedo majjasti sankulam purnam mutra purishabhyam stulam nindyamidam babu. Now here is the psychological approach. What is this body with which you are so much obsessed? What is this body? Physical body. Nindyamidam babu. It is the most obnoxious object this body is. Nindyam. Revolting, obnoxious. There is nothing pleasing about this babu. Bad smell, sweaty, urine, feces, flesh, hair. Nindyam. Most vulgar and obnoxious thing. Nindyamidam babu. Stulam, this gross body. Mutra purishabhyam purnam, full of mutra. Mutra means urine, purisha, feces, and sweat and spit and then phlegm. These are the content of the body. There is nothing else. So, purnam mutra purishabhyam stulam nindyamidam vabuhu. And this vabu is made up of tonga, skin, mamsam, flesh, rudiram, blood, snayu, sinews, medaha, fat, majja, asti, bone, majja, the content of the bone. This is all what the body is. If you take it separately, revolting, isn't it? Separately, a bone. I give you bone, revolting, or flesh, unless you are a carnivore or something. Flesh, revolting. Feces, revolting. Urine. Some people drink urine therapy. cow's urine or your own urine you can drink. And they say they all have some kind of properties which may be useful. Some people put their own feces on the face. There are people, I know somebody in Delhi, they use their urine and the feces are the makeup. They coat it and then wash it off. And their face shines like anything. Face shines like anything. That people drink urine, Marathi Desai, he lived up to 100 years by drinking their own urine therapy, feces therapy, all kind of therapies are there. Because the body waste has got a lot of nutrients in that. It can be reused. That's what they do in the space travel. They recycle their own urine, their own feces, they eat that. You cannot carry all the food. So they take, the same thing is recycled. Fundamentally they are all nutrients. So they eat that nutrient, like a panda, Chinese panda. That panda keeps on eating bamboo shoot. Keep on eating. It eats 5 times more than its weight every day. And it won't digest all that. It digests only 25%. The rest it excretes as these pellets. They make pellets out of that and make pillows. When you sleep on that pillow, your headache goes. So what you excrete is full of nutrients which can be used, he says, recycled. So that's what it is. So when you look at this, it looks revolting. And you are hugging this body. You are hugging it. I think in the Bhagavad there is a story. This king, tired of hunting, he wanted to rest deep into the forest. So he saw Chandala's house, hut. So he walks into, says, I am very sleepy, I want to sleep. So Chandala said, I have no bed or anything for you. I have only these dead bodies and hair and feces and urine and blood. The king said, I am so sleepy, let me lie down and sleep. So he put a dead body and then put his head there, and he gathered some hair and then put it there. And he is in the blood, he is sleeping in the pieces. So he said, who will do all this? Nobody will do this. The story. So he said, you are doing it, he said. Isn't it? We are sleeping in this flesh and blood and then hair and then mamsam and all that. He says, Nindyamidam Babu. This body is so obnoxious, but we are hugging this body. Tammam sarudhirasnayu medaha manchasti sangal. Purnam mutra purishabhyam. Sthulam nindyamidam. And to decorate this body, we spend millions. Isn't it? So, have a very objective approach to the body. Continuing, how do you feel? How do you feel about your body now? Your own body. Now you have a very objective approach to the body. Continuing. Panchikridebhyo bhudebhyah stulebhyah purvakarmana avastha jagarastasya sthularthan anubhavo yataha panchikridebhyo bhudebhyah stulebhyah purvakarmana samutpannamidam sthulam bhogayatanamaatmanaha avastha jagarastasya sthularthanubhavo yataha. So this body is bhogayatanamaatmanaha. Body is ayatanam, a house, an office. Ayatanam, an office. For the Atman. For bhogam, to experience the world. This body is a office used by the Atman to experience the material world. Bhoganam ayatanam atmana. We need this body, Atman needs this body for experiencing the world. So, do you see that? Bhoga ayatanam atmana. And this is sthulam, gross body. And this hut or office in which Atman sits and then deals with the world. Without this body you cannot experience it. So bhoganam ayatanam atmana sthulam gross. And this body is made up of what? Panchikritebhyaha bhutebhyaha. The body is made up of gross 5 elements. Pentamerated 5 elements. 5 elements which has gone through certain processes and become grossified. From that 5 elements the body is in it. When you die, the first thing to leave is what? He breathed her last. She breathed her last. Air gone. Air gone. Cold to touch. Fire gone. Start decomposing. Body started decomposing. Water gone. Then the bones and the teeth, that goes back to the earth. Then the chair you are sitting, somebody else can sit. Space also gone. Panchattamavu. All the elements went back to their original source. You borrowed that element from nature to construct this body. And when the body's shelf life is over, expiry date comes. Don't you say yes, expired. Go back to the 5 elements. So you borrowed it, constructed it, its life is over, goes back to 5. So that is the fate of the body. So this body you got as a result of purva karmana, as a result of your previous deeds. How did you build your house? Because you did some work and made some money and then you built the house. So you ordered this body by your karma. So don't blame anybody, you say. You ordered it. Like you ordered something in the Amazon and the delivery comes. So it is your previous karma, punya and papa. Karma, you ordered this body. So the mix of punya, papa, karma is your physical body. Pure punya you must have gone up, pure papa you would have gone down. So, purva karmana samutpannam idam shariram, you say. Bhoganam ayatanam. When the Atman is functioning through the body, jagaraha tasya, that's called the waking state. Atma functioning through the body, sense organs, contacting the world, is a waking state. Now we are in the waking state, I suppose. Are you in the waking state? Because you are through the body, sense organ, you are listening. You are listening. Periodically you may doze off, doesn't matter. Again you wake up. So you are listening the Atman through the 5 sense organs. You are seeing the speaker, listening the speaker, feeling the warmth of the room. You are in the waking state, fully awake. So, avastha jagarastasya sthularthan anubhavo yataha. So, the Atman in the waking state and experiencing the gross objects. Imagine that. The Atman in you, manifesting through the body, functioning through the sense organs, contacting the world and all the worldly waking world experience. Jagrata. You are in the Jagrata. Who is that you? The Atman, the self in you. And when the self is identified with the body, it becomes the Jivatma. When you give up your identification, then you are the Paramatma. Paramatma, Jivatma, Mohatma, Atma. So, let's read that. Panchīkrudebhyo bhūtebhyah stūlebhyah pūrvakarmana samutpannamidam stūlam bhogāyatanamatmanah avastā jāgarastasya stūlārthanubhavo yatah. So imagine this, the Atman consciousness manifesting, conditioned by the physical body, manifesting through the physical body, expressing through the five sense organs, embracing the world, which you are doing now. That state is called a waking state. One state of Atman's experience. Continuing. Bhāgyendriya stūla padartha seva Satchandana striyādi vijitra rūpām Karodi jiva swayametatatmana Tasmat prashasti babhushosya jagare Bhāgyendriye stūla padartha sevam Satchandana striyādi vijitra rūpām Karodi jiva swayametatatmana Tasmat prashasti babhushosya jagare. Prashasti pramukhyam. Last line. Prashasti pramukhyam. Asya jagare vabhushaha prashasti. Jagara in the waking state. Now we are in the waking state. In the waking state, the most important instrument is the body, you say. Vapusha. The body is necessary. Because Atman is seated in the body, manifesting through the body, conditioned by the body, whichever way you want to put it. So body becomes very, very important. Sense organs of action and all that, very, very important. So vapushaha, asya vapushaha, jagare prashastihi tasmat. What is the reason? Why do you say that? Jiva. Now, Atman become a jiva, conditioned entity, with the makeup, all the costumes. Amitabh Bachchan has become a conditioned entity now. He is very rich. Amitabh Bachchan is super rich. But now he is acting as a beggar. Acting as a beggar. You know, sunken eyes, crumbled hair, lean body, and he is a beggar sitting on Amitabh Bachchan. And when he is playing the role of a beggar, his bank balance is going up. That's a different story. His bank balance is going. So similarly, the Atman, the infinite Atman, is shrinking himself and become a limited, miserable entity. So he become jiva. Swayam etadatmana, through this physical body, dehatmana, he become conditioned by the deha. And jiva, what is the jiva doing? What is this Brahman identified with the body doing? He is doing this. Bāhyendriyehi stūla padartha seva. He is enjoying or enduring or suffering stūla padartha, external object, revealed by the sense organ, contacted by the sense organ. So, bāhyendriyehi, bāhyendriya means sense organ. Bāhyendriyehi stūla padartha sevam karoti. He is enjoying or suffering the material world. Certain things he enjoys, certain things he suffers. Isn't it? When you listen to Vedanta, you suffer, isn't it? When you watch a movie, you enjoy. Why are you listening to Vedanta? Because I think that will give me moksha, but I am suffering now. So, Bhakyendriyehi Sthula Padartha Seva. Now you are doing Sthula Padartha Seva. You are enjoying because you are listening these words. You are seeing the speaker, the movement of his hand or whatever. And so that's a Sthula Padartha Seva. Gross objects you are enjoying. What are those gross objects? Sarakka, garland. Somebody is giving you a garland. Then you feel, oh, I am honored here. That's just Sthula Padartha. Enjoying that experience. Chandanam, somebody is putting a chandanam on you or some perfume on you. You know, sometimes the Guru's feet is washed with the perfume. And Guru feels great. Or leaders, you offer a bottle of perfume, you feel good. Or a wristwatch, you feel good. So, Srakka, Chandana, Striyadi. Striyadi means all other enjoyable objects. Srak Chandana, that's a phrase. Srak Chandana, Striyadi. Stri or Purusha, you know, that gender, sexual enjoyment. Drug, all kind of things. So, the waking world, you are enjoying these kind of Vijitra Rupa music. A variety of objects are enjoyed by you. Who is enjoying? The same Atma. Enjoying or suffering? Same Atma. Identifying with you. So here is a map of your own being. There is Paramatman, identify with the body, become Jivatman, and through the body it is experiencing the world, and two kinds of experiences, pleasure and pain. That's what you are doing now. So, Bhakyendriye, let us read that. Bhakyendriye Sthula Padartha Sevam Satchandana Striyadi Vijitra Rupam Karodi Jiva Swayame Dadatmana Tasmat Prashasti Vabushosya Jagare. So, the body is very important for a waking world experience. Then you identify with it. And you can experience the same thing without identification. They are happening on a certain level, they are constantly changing, they are experienced by me, but I am not involved in it, like you watch a movie. When you watch a movie, you enjoy it, sometimes you cry, sometimes you laugh, sometimes you become very moody and thoughtful when you watch the movie. But you are detached from that. You don't get involved in it. That kind of a aesthetic pressure, we say. Just watch and enjoy. Don't get involved in it. That is called moksha. Being the Paramatma, you act as a Jivatma and enjoy the world and create that variety of experience. The Paramatman wants to express himself or herself in manifold ways because it is so full. When you full, you start overflowing, isn't it? The Paramatman wants to experience itself in these variegated ways. Like you see yourself in a mirror. When you look in a mirror, you enjoy, isn't it? You enjoy, you watch. Similarly, Paramatman wants to, that's why, Sajayatu Shaktiradhya Nirusugamaya Nirubama Bhavija Rajara Bija Buddha Shivarupa Vimarsha Nirmala Adarsha. So Shiva wants to experience himself, look at himself. And the Maya becomes the mirror for Shiva, he says. So Shiva is that self-experiencing. He is not experiencing anything else. And himself is to be experienced. And the whole prapancha manifests as a result of this. The Shiva's need to experience himself. So what you are experiencing is yourself only. You put it out there and then experience. And then identify with it. Then you forget your true name. This kind of circus is going on. This kind of circus is going on in the world. And so it's a self-reflection. So let's read it once again. Bhahyendriyai stula padartha sevam Sachandana striyadi vijitra rupam Karodi jiva swayame tatatmana Tasmat prashasti vapushusya jagare Sarvo vibhakya samsaraha purushasya yadashrayah Viddhi dehamidam sthulam grahavat grahamedhinaha Sarvo vibhakya samsaraha purushasya yadashrayah Viddhi dehamidam sthulam grahavat grahamedhinaha Sarvo vibhakya samsaraha Purushasya, so all your experience, externalized experience, that you see the tree, the mountain, the sunrise, the home, your children, your wife, your spouse, your dog, your cat, your computer, your car, all this, Bhakya samsara. Why it is samsara? It is constantly changing. Nothing is permanent. You bought the computer, after 3 years you have to trash it, isn't it? So the e-waste is another waste now. We thought the computer that will EV car and all this, another waste. Everything is a waste. You consume it, then you throw it, you become a waste. E-waste is there. Air conditioner, their waste. Solar panel, where will you dump all this after some time? That electric with the wind, where will you dump it? The huge crocodile-like instruments, where will you dump it? These are all a problem now. More and more waste is created. As you increase your conveniences and comforts, more and more waste is created. Everything is a waste. Not only nuclear waste, these things also become waste. So that's why samsara. You create waste as you enjoy. Everything there is a price. This constantly change. So sarvo vibhakya samsara purushasya, for this being, yadashrayah. So this worldly experience depend upon is through the body. Yada means deha tadatmya ashrayam. So these experiences are depending upon your identification with the body, through the body. That's why pleasure and pain experience. Otherwise it's not pleasure and pain, it's only entertainment. It's only watching. So extreme identification with the body converts this experience into pleasure and pain. Otherwise it is only your watching, aesthetic pleasure. Viddhi dehamidam sthulam. This body is the instrument for all this. An example is given. Grahavat grahamedinaha. Grahamedi means grahastha. You all are grahasthas, isn't it? Who is a grahastha? Who sits in the graha? Graha means a house. So you build a house. You only build it with your hard-earned sweat. Your sweat money, hard-earned money. And you